My name is Todd. For those of you that I have not previously met, I'm broadcasting from Southern California, about 1 hour north of San Diego. We have an incredible product in the travel space. And the great thing about our product is that it's demonstrable, meaning we can open up. We just got done doing a live pricing demonstration for the past hour, right before this presentation, where you can open up Expedia, you can open our site side by side. Here's a direct comparison, and you can see with your own eyes, oh my gosh, these guys aren't kidding. They are literally 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% less than what's going on at the other places. And so we're bringing a brand new model to the travel space. Now, for my wife and I, this got started because we had a daughter that played college softball. In fact, she's downstairs right now with our granddaughter, but she set the home run record at her college with that ball right there. So I keep that bad boy on my desk, as you can imagine. But she had this incredible collegiate career. So we were, traveling the country, wanting to catch all her games. We're living in hotels. We're living in rental cars. As you can imagine, this is getting expensive. So we were receptive to the idea of saving money on travel. Well, we've known the owner of this company since 1998. I live in the same town as the owner. I live in the same town as the corporate offices. And everyone in town knows our owner. I mean, he's one of the most successful entrepreneurs around. He was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. So it's not me saying that. That's Inc. magazine, one of the most prestigious publications in the entire world on business, who says this guy's one of the better entrepreneurs on the planet. And so a very successful guy says, Todd, I got this new travel product. You can book travel without all of that artificial markup from all those other guys. You can book travel at what's called the travel agent rate, the net rate. Because what it means is it's going to save you a ton of money. Well, again, we were receptive to the idea of saving money, so we tried it. And sure enough, I mean, of course, in the beginning, you're a little skeptical. Is this really going to work? And, the hotel, but my gosh, we were saving, 50%, sometimes 70, sometimes 30. Well, as the other parents, in the sports world, saw the rates we were paying versus the rates they were paying, they were like, wait a minute, how'd you get that rate? Like, it's this travel thing we joined. What travel thing and how do we join? And so we told some of those other parents, one of those parents were Daryl and Maria Roberts. They'll make over 500,000 this year with our company. They were baseball parents. We were softball parents. And they started telling parents. And it just spread from person to person to person. And it's now spread all over the world. In fact, I was just in Nice, France. In fact, hold on real quick. I'm going to pull up a slide here. I grabbed the wrong slide. So give me a second here, guys. I was just in Nice, France. We got a big team over there. But this is the team in Nice, France. There's me and my wife, right? But that's just some of the team. That's not the entire team. That's just some of the team that was there for the photo when we took it there in Nice, France. But it's spread all over the world. Guys, we don't speak French. We have a massive team in Kazakhstan. We don't speak Russian. We got a huge team in Spain. We don't speak Spanish. We got a big team in Morocco. I don't speak Arabic. It is spread all over the world. And what began as a way to save money on travel has now turned into a 7-figure business. And I just want to kind of explain that evolution, again, who we are, where we're going, why we're exploding, more importantly, why you might want to participate. Now, on the screen here, that's a picture of our corporate offices today. We are actually moving out of that building. We bought our own building. So we were renting in that building, but the company just bought its own building. And so we're moving into a brand new corporate office. We needed more space. We're hiring staff like crazy. We have a satellite office in Madrid, Spain. We're also opening up offices in Kazakhstan. We've already got employees there in Kazakhstan. The company has customer service in multiple languages. The company's in its 12th year in business. And anyway, so the company is just booming all over the world. The paychecks go out on time, every time, as they have for the past 12 years. That is our CEO and founder and his lovely wife, Miss Adela. They are world-class entrepreneurs, as I mentioned a moment ago, a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year. Now, our company does 3 things, and these are the 3 things that we do that are causing our explosive growth. Number 1, you can book at the travel agent rate, which means you can book travel for up to 70% off. I'm going to get into those details. I'm going to show that to you. That's not just, well, that sounds good. Now, we are in fact, unequivocally, on a regular basis, again, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% less. Just today for Dr. Paul Leo, he's going on some tournament. He's a surgeon in Colorado. He's going on some tournament in Portugal. wanted me to look something up for him real quick. Let me pull it up real quick. Every once in a while, I like to do these kind of things just where you guys can just see just text that I said today, right? I mean, literally said this today. So Dr. Paul Leo. There we go. Dr. Paul Leo, and he's going to Portugal. And so I sent him side by side, right? And you guys can see right here, I circled the Expedia right there and our site. And bottom line is you can see that we were, oops, I texted him we were $500 less. So on that particular hotel, we were $500 less. So this place he wanted to go in Portugal. I mean, just today. It was just an example today. I mean, he wanted me to look it up. I looked it up, sent it to him. He's at a Kung Fu tournament in China. Wanted to know, hey, by the way, what could you do? I went and looked at the back office and sent it to him. So again, we can show people how to book travel for up to 70% off. Number two, we can show you how you can earn travel points for vacations. So you can earn travel points that you can turn in and go on amazing vacations all over the world for virtually nothing. And then finally, if you so choose as an option, you can choose to partner with our company and you can share the savings with other people. Same way my wife and I did. And for some people, man, I just want to save it with 3 people so I can earn those travel points at no ongoing cost to me, which means I'm going on vacations for virtually nothing. For other people, man, if I could make an extra 500 a month or a couple thousand a month, that would be great. For other people, man, if I could make 10 grand a month, and for other people, man, I want to make 100 grand a month. And so we got people from all different ends of the spectrum. You laugh, I don't care what language you speak. You're going to smile or laugh when you're happy. And almost everybody dreams of traveling and vacationing and having a great time. Now, when you look at the travel industry, it's the single largest industry in the world. Nothing comes close to the size and magnitude of this industry. In fact, this industry is currently twice the size as the oil industry. Let's say that again. Twice. We all know how much money there is in oil. We have to have an aircraft carrier, a couple of them, parked over the Middle East. Why? To protect the oil, right? Because without all that oil, then the whole economy, the global economy, comes to a screeching halt. Oil is a very big business, and yet travels twice the size. And this article here on the screen from Bloomberg Finance says that travel is going to grow in the big yellow letters. It's going to grow by 50% in the next 9 years. It will become a $15 trillion industry, 3 times, again, 3 times the size as the oil industry. Well, the reason that's a big deal is that any business statistician can tell you that your chances of financial success are in direct proportion to the size of the industry that you're getting involved with. Meaning the bigger the industry, the more likely you'll have success. The more niche the industry, well, the trickier it's going to be to have success. Well, guys, you can't do any better than the single largest industry in the world, an industry that's exploding, the one thing that everybody wants to do, and we can demonstrate, not if, not maybe, how we can show people how to save 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% on travel, right? And so when you've got that kind of a product with a global appeal, 12-year-old company, debt-free, multiple countries, and yet most people still have never heard of us. We are still at the very, very beginning. The top income earners have not even joined the company yet. That's what we call the sweet spot. We are what I call pre-momentum. Now, why is travel so big? It's the one thing everybody wants to do. Again, ask 100 people tomorrow, if you had all the time, all the money in the world, what would you do? Number one answer, I travel. Now, when it comes to saving money, we do that in a myriad of ways. Sometimes we save you money in flights, but we cannot consistently deliver discounts on flights. You'll always check our site in addition to the other sites, right? But flights, no one in the world can deliver consistent discounts in that arena. But for us, it's hotels, resorts. They're all day long, right? 30 to 70%, not if, not maybe. We're going to save people a ton of money in that arena. Rental cars, cruises, shopping, dining, NFL tickets, show tickets, concert tickets, you name it. There's a myriad of ways that people are going to save a fortune with our company. And guys, a lot of people, most of you, just in the miscellaneous savings, right? I'm talking excursions, show tickets, dining tickets, a rental car, and just the miscellaneous savings. You will save more than the cost of the entire membership. And it's not even the main reason you're buying the membership, right? And so I'll get to that detail in a moment. Now, the dirty secret of the travel business, the thing that nobody seems to know, is the fact that 2 companies control the entire space. And again, I told you before, I believe that documentation beats conversation. So rather than hear about that from me, I'm going to play NBC News Los Angeles investigative reports.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of one or two companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company. Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by one of two companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
So that last line, calling the hotel directly, isn't going to help you either, because they're afraid to, the hotels won't undercut the major booking sites. Because if you do, we'll just kick you off our platform and join bankruptcy. Grant, you now know how the travel industry works. If you want further proof of that, all you have to do is Google the top 10 internet companies in the world. You're going to see Amazon, Google, Facebook, eBay, Alibaba, Netflix, and on that list of the top 10, oh my gosh, what do you know? Priceline, which is called Booking Holdings today, right? But it's Priceline, and Expedia. Well, remember, these guys do not own anything travel related. They don't own a hotel. They don't have a car rental agency. How are they making billions and billions like Amazon, Google, and Facebook when they don't own anything travel related? Because they're jacking the price up. They've bought up every travel site. They've got a monopoly. They're doing this, and the public's completely unaware they're even doing it. Not sure it's how it's legal, but they're doing it. Guys, we're bringing a brand new model to the travel space. I call it the Netflix model. When you think about Netflix, Netflix does not make money selling movies. Netflix makes money selling a monthly membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies. Guys, we as a company do not make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book travel without any markup. And when you get rid of all that markup, you can book travel for 40, 50, 60, 70% less. So here on the screen, this is an actual example. So if you look at the middle one, right here in the middle, at the very bottom, you'll see Expedia.com. And then over here, we got Travorium.com. Well, if you go to the far right, you can see the price here, the big red arrow. Pay now, Expedia is charging $154.81. But we're charging $38.71. How did we get a better rate than them? We didn't get a better rate than them, guys. The rate is $38.71. They chose to mark it up to $154 and then sell it to you. And here's what's great, guys. Look at this. They're claiming this is 35% off. So their $154 they're charging is after they've discounted it 35%. I feel bad for the guy that paid the retail price, right? But guys, we are showing people how to save huge on travel. Now, if you look at this big red number, 72%, where does that number come from? We have 13 different wholesale feeds that come into our site. And we take an aggregate of here's the average retail price. In this case, the average retail is $137.38. Well, if that's the average retail, we're charging $38, well, that's where that 72% savings comes from. And it's usually accurate within a handful of percentage points. Now, if I were then to flip the screen here, you can see 83% savings, 55% savings, 67% savings, 64, 66, 57. I mean, guys, all day long, we just did an entire hour before this Zoom tonight. We spent an entire hour side by side doing that live pricing demonstration. And I can tell you right now, guys, for a lot of people, they show up and they're kind of like arms folded. They're like, these guys are full of you know what. And then they get on there and they're like, holy crap, look at that. I mean, we hear it all the time. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't have seen it with my own eyes. And so that's why we do it. I mean, unequivocally, we're bringing a new model and it's long overdue. The pricing model the travel industry currently follows dates back to the year 1758. Reminder, our country wasn't born until 1776. The pricing model the travel industry follows is older than the entire country we live in if you're here in the United States, right? It's clearly time to do something new. Now, as good as all of that is not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you next. It's our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how to have an unbelievable 4 and 5-star vacation every single year. Now, I'm going to show this to you from our platinum perspective. What that means is that you're going to go on a 4 and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months. I'm going to show you the kinds of vacations that you're going to become accustomed to. So these are the Canary Islands. Now, most of you are probably familiar with the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiian Islands are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. These are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Identical weather, identical palm trees, absolutely gorgeous. If you've never been to the Canary Islands, you got to put it on your list. But you can come here for 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. You just trade in your points and go. This is one of the 2 4 and 5-star vacations you're going to go on this year. Now, maybe you want to go to Disney. Here you can go to a name brand place. When we're on Facebook, so I can't tell you the name of the place and the price because we're streaming to social media. If we didn't have Facebook on, I could tell you the name of the place. But if I were to tell you the name, you're like, oh yeah, everybody knows them. Everyone knows they're synonymous with luxury, right? But you can kind of tell by the pictures here. Pretty nice place. 10 minutes outside of Disney. You were going to be here with a full kitchen, dining room, living room, flat screen TV, fireplace, separate bedroom with a jacuzzi tub in it, and you are here for $10 a day. $10 a day to have this place right outside of Disney. Maybe you want to get a different place. Here's another place right there outside of Disney. You come down here and get the 2-bedroom. So now I got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, full kitchen, living room, dining room for $200. Again, right outside of Disney. This is a place that I just got back from. So guys, we got back from Rome basically yesterday. And so we were in Rome, but before that, we were in Sicily, Italy. Now, we went to the world tour in Sicily. Now, this is a place that you can go to as well. This is a 4-star resort, all inclusive, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. Here, let me play the video. All right, we have arrived at the world tour here in Sicily, Italy. We are at an all-inclusive resort, all of the food, all of the drinks, all of the high-end restaurants. Everything's included. And we are here for virtually nothing after trading in our platinum points. And oh, by the way, if you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money on travel, you get to earn those platinum points at no ongoing cost to you. Take those free points and turn them in for trips just like this all over the world. A different place we went to. This is in Cabo San Lucas. Now, this is a 5-star resort that we came to. We were here 7 nights, 8 days. We are oceanfront. And we paid nothing. All we did was we traded our points. You had to pay the tax. You can hear the waves crashing. That's a big swim-up bar down there. Multiple restaurants here. Lots of different swimming pools. They had an infinity pool up on the roof. It looks like it runs off the edge of the roof, and behind you is the ocean. People are like, well, yeah, Todd, but is this one of those things? Is this one of those timeshares? No. Are there any contracts? No. Are there any blackout dates? No. Do I have to go see a presentation? No. Is there any penalties if I cancel? No. Is it hard to get a room? No. What about this? No. What about that? No. Let me say in Japanese. No. Okay? Guys, this entire program is based on want to, not have to. It does not have any of the usual entanglements of things that people don't like. There's no lack of inventory. There's 480,000 weeks just in the getaways alone. You can go get a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, maybe just want a studio. 480,000 weeks right this very moment. All over the world. No blackout dates, no contracts, no penalties. You can sign up for virtually nothing. We'll get to that in a moment. You can cancel anytime you wish if you don't like it. It's everything that everyone's ever dreamed about a travel program, all into one thing. And oh, by the way, as I mentioned before, if you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money in travel. Now, how would I do that? You can invite them to one of our live pricing demonstrations or a Zoom like this. They get on here and they're like, okay, wow, we love to travel. Look at the pricing. I'm saving 40, 50, 60%. Send me the link. I'm in. and tell 3 other people. By the way, guys, I just got back from Rome. While I was in Rome, I'm on vacation with my kids and grandkids in Rome. We're going to all the different places, right? While I'm in Rome, I'm pulling this up for you guys for a specific reason. While I'm in Rome, I sponsor 3 people. While I was in Rome, literally just in Rome. I mean, you can do the business from anywhere in the world. Again, documentation beats conversation, right? Here we go. Boop. So there we go. So this is, it shows 4 people in my waiting room. One of them I didn't sponsor. I had to get the company to fix it. But guys, I did that while I was in Rome, while I'm on vacation, right? In a different time zone, I got 3 people. People are like, oh, I don't know if I can get 3. I got 3 while I'm on vacation. I mean, not to mention Gustav. I'm the guy who did our the breakfast every day, speaks 4 different languages, traveled the world, loves to travel, highly educated guy. He's fired up about our business. I'm sending him all the videos. When we landed in East France, and we were next to these 2 private pilots, they fly a Gulfstream 4 for very wealthy people. And so they the one guy's like, man, I dream of taking my kids on vacation, and I promised them I'd take them on a trip because I didn't know how expensive it was. I said, tell you what, give me your name, give me your number. When I get back, I'll send you the videos. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to show you how to take your kids all over the world for virtually nothing. Oh my gosh, that would be great. Thank you so much. I mean, everywhere you go, guys. I mean, this thing is so easy. You could do it blind, right? But anyway, so get 3 people. And when you get 3 people at that moment, this is no longer coming off your credit card because you are now earning more than you're spending, right? So you're getting all those travel points every month at no ongoing cost to you. You turn those travel points in for incredible vacations all over the world. And guys, when it comes to the world tours, I was showing you the getaways a moment ago. We also happen to have our world tours. And this is where a lot of us go to the same resort at the exact same time. For example, probably, what was it, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, I was in Dubai. So I got a video on this place too. But in Dubai, this was a 5-star property, oceanfront. In fact, they have an ice skating rink in the middle of this place. In fact, if you look at the top of the tower here, that is a restaurant. And the restaurant spins 360 degrees. Now, the breakfast is included. And when I say breakfast, they have all these different chefs up there. And because it's Dubai, the #1 tourist destination for that part of the world, they have a lot of people that are from India. So they have a lot of different Indian type cuisine, with the curry and all that stuff. Well, they've also got the Arabic cuisine. We're in the United Arab Emirates. They've also got a lot of Asian people there. They got the Asian cuisine. They've got the American breakfast. They got the chefs that'll make up the omelets any way you wish, okay? When you're done with breakfast, you ain't going to need lunch, okay? This is a breakfast that would normally cost you probably $90 per day for 2 people. It's included. Guys, you can come here for 6 days and a 5-star resort, oceanfront, for a total price of $49. Now, as good as all that is, when you leave there, I promise you, it's not the resort you'll be talking about. It's going to be all of the other people that you got to meet from all over the world that are part of our company. Now, you don't have to meet them. You don't have to, associate with them. If you just want to go on your own and do your own thing, you're perfectly, no one will know you're part of our company unless you tell them. But for many of you, going there and you're going to see the people wearing the Travorium hats and wearing the Travorium shirts. Oh, you're part of Travorium too. Where are you from? We're from Morocco. We're from the Solomon Islands. We're from Papua New Guinea. We're from Madagascar. We're from Singapore. We're from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. We're from Uzbekistan. We're from, by the way, it's a brand new country we just opened up, but we're from Canada. We're from the Philippines. We're from the United States. We're from Texas. We're from all over the world. And by the time it's all said and done, I mean, you're going to leave there with all kinds of brand new friends. And these are people that you're going to see again in the future on different trips. You're going to have some other trip. Oh my gosh, how are you? I didn't know you guys were coming here too. I mean, again, you're going to get this incredible experience. And it's the hardest part of our business to describe. But for anyone that's a part of our company, we have a huge group in Thailand right this very moment. They're at a 5-star property, all the food, all the drinks, 7 days for like $100 and something. I think they're at the JW. I almost told you the name of the place. They're at a 5-star place, right? Anyway, guys, I mean, they're there for we're seeing the pictures, the videos, and it's the friendships, the camaraderie, the people that you're meeting that takes the experience to a whole new level, something you simply cannot purchase online. Here's Malaga, Spain. When I was in Sicily, we had a big group there in Malaga as well. This is an oceanfront property, absolutely gorgeous. Breakfast included. You're going to eat breakfast every morning right there oceanfront. The weather is absolutely majestic. You can come here, guys, for $99. You want to go to Portugal? I mean, look at the picture in the lower left-hand corner. I mean, this is the kind of place that heads of state, dignitaries, ambassadors go to this type of place. And they have a 9-hole championship golf course there. You're going to eat breakfast oceanfront every day, oceanfront room. You're in this unbelievable, luxurious resort, kind of place James Bond would stay in, and you are here for $99. You want to go to Montego Bay? All the food, all the drinks, everything included, and you are there for less money than the cost of a Motel 6. You want to go to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico? I was here not but 8 weeks ago. Had an oceanfront room, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. $129 was my total price for my wife and I both. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada? This is a $4.5 billion resort. They just built it a few years ago. I mean, just look at the pictures. You were here for 5 days for $49. That's not $49 a night. That is $49 is your total price. You were there for 5 days, $10 a day. Guys, you can't go to the Roach Motel where they steal your towel for $10 a day, but you can be at a 5-star when you're with our company. You want to go to Venice, Italy. You want to go to the beaches of Hawaii, Crete, Greece, Thailand, Bordeaux, France, right, guys? I'm just trying to give you a taste of the kinds of places. We just announced Cairo, Egypt. You want to go see the pyramids of Egypt, or you want to go to Istanbul, Turkey? I mean, if you can dream it, we're going to have it. We continue to expand the trips and to get involved with our company. Now, there's 3 different levels of membership. We've got the small, we've got the medium, and we got the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, it is $52 per month. I get to book at the travel agent rate. I get to book, rental cars, hotels, resorts, cruises, activities, shopping, dining. So let me give you some specific examples. My buddy Jeff Miner, he rented a truck not that long ago. He saved $1,400 on his truck rental. He saved almost 3 years with a membership on one rink-dink truck rental. Alicia Davis, she drives the bus for Memphis, Tennessee. She bought Beyonce tickets, bought them through us, saved $1,500 on her Beyonce tickets. She saved almost 3 years with a membership with one purchase of tickets. I got my buddy Norm and Annette Davis out of Georgia. They had friends that bought Dallas Cowboy tickets, saved $1,800, saved 3 years worth of membership on one purchase, right? I mean, my wife and I, we were in Las Vegas, Nevada, I don't know, 6 weeks ago. We stayed at a place where we saved $200 a night. In 3 nights, we saved an entire year's worth of membership off one rink-dink, hotel rental for a few nights. And so, guys, the membership for anyone who travels, you are going to save a multitude, way more than it costs for the membership. Now, that's the small medium membership. For $22 more per month, I can buy the medium membership. I get everything I just described, but now I'm also beginning to earn points toward an actual vacation. So with the medium membership, I'm going to go on one 4- and 5-star vacation every single year at 50% off, basically, is with the pricing. And then we have the platinum membership, the one that almost everybody buys. Like 95% of our sales come in at platinum. It's $269 today to get started. And then starting 30 days from now, it'd be $135 per month. So obviously, unbelievably affordable. You can cancel anytime you wish. There's no blackout dates. There's no contracts, none of that type of stuff. You don't like it, then cancel. With the $135 per month, you're not only getting everything I described, but you're now getting enough travel points to go on a 4- and 5-star vacation once every 6 to 7 months. I mean, guys, you're going to be traveling to some of the coolest places. If you want to make money with our company, that is a one-time per year, $79 decision. You're going to get the replicated website, the back office. You get the marketing videos. We do the tracking, the training, all those other kind of things. As I mentioned before, if you tell 3 other people how to legitimately save big time money on travel, at that moment you are now earning more than you're spending, meaning this membership is no longer coming off your credit card, which means it's no longer costing you anything. You're getting all of the perks, all the benefits at no ongoing cost to you, simply because you told 3 people. Now, if you decide to work this like a business with an intention for a profit, you can tap into all of the different home business tax deductions. Now, guys, when you learn about this, and you can Google this, you can Google home business tax deductions. You can buy best-selling books, or you can go see your local CPA. And I encourage you to do all three. Okay. But you're going to find out that you can write off your house, your spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on your automobile. And if you go see your own CPA, you're going to find out that the average person is going to save 5,000 to 6,000 a year in taxes. Well, if the membership costs roughly 1,500 a year, and you're saving roughly 6,000 a year in taxes, your own CPA is going to look at you and say, "Look, your little home business that costs 1,500 is saving you 4 times as much in taxes as it even costs to be involved in the company. You are 4 times money ahead for simply trying to make money, for simply participating. I mean, you are saving 4 times as much. Whose side are you on? Your own CPA is going to look at you and say, whose side are you on? I mean, I understand you might want to send the money to the government because they're in debt. You want to help them out. But most of us, I think I'd rather keep my own money, right? And again, when you have a home-based business, you get to keep more of your own money because there's all of these new deductions you get to tap into. It's like having 5 more kids without having kids, okay? Now, from there, you can tap into our 10X compensation program. And I'm going to walk you through the mechanics of our compensation program, but it begins by telling 3 people. And when you tell 3 people, then they tell a few who tell a few. It kicks in what I call the social sharing ripple effect. Now, guys, this is something you've been doing your entire life. You've told people about a great movie. You told people about a great restaurant. You told people about Facebook and Instagram. You're like, I did? Yeah. Facebook and Instagram have 3 billion users, 40% of the global population, and yet they have never, ever advertised. How do you get 40% of the population to sign up for something when you've never advertised? And you think back and you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I invited my friends, and my friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends, and so on. We were willing to do it for free for Facebook, and that made Mark Zuckerberg one of the 8 richest men in the entire world. He just bought a $500 million yacht. Now, I didn't even get a postcard saying, hey, thanks for the billions, right? No Christmas card, let alone a check. Guys, we track the social sharing ripple effect. As you begin to travel and save money, you're going to post that on social media. In fact, the number one thing shared on social media, guys, is travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. But with our company, they're not just saying, by the way, we're on vacation. They're saying we're on vacation and we barely paid anything for the vacation, right? They're bragging about how much money they saved, which causes their friends and family to say, wait a minute, how'd you get that rate? How'd you get that price? How did you save all that money? It's this travel thing we joined. What travel thing? And then here we go, right? They share the membership with them, then they sign, then they go on vacation, they start posting on their social media how much money they saved, then their friends and family, how'd you get that rate? Then they sign up, and guys, it just continues to spread from person to person to person. It's like dropping a rock in the pond, and you see the ripples spread. And the bigger those ripples get, the bigger the check our company's going to write you every single week, okay? And so, guys, it's a very simple concept, but the reason it's a big deal is it's going to create a residual income. It's going to create a check that comes into you every single Friday, whether you work or not. And again, the reason that matters, this is Warren Buffett on the screen. He happens to be the 5th richest man in the entire world. And this is his quote: unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. Again, that's not me saying that. That's the 5th richest man in the entire world who's telling you that if you have a job, it's not going to turn out well. I mean, you'll make a living, you can put food on the table, but you're always going to struggle unless you find a way to make money while you sleep. You will work until the day you die. Guys, we're going to show you how to do that in the single largest industry in the world, the travel industry. And again, it begins by telling 3 people. At that moment, I'm earning more than I'm spending. But I'm going to assume that you tell 4 people. Why? Because I want to keep the legs even. We're a binary system, which means 2 legs, right? If you were to go out and sponsor Julie, and you were to go out and sponsor me, you got Julie on your left, you got me on your right. Anybody else that you bring here. From here on out, it's got to go below Julie or me, one of the 2. You're just building 2 legs straight down. So I'm assuming that you bring on 4 people. You got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And let's assume that your 4 people go out and tell a couple people each. And what that means is you now got 8 customers in your left leg, and you've got 8 customers in your right leg. You are now earning $400 to $700 per month in ongoing residual income. Well, let's assume that your 8 customers all post on social media. Oh my gosh, I got this great deal. It's unbelievable. They invite people to the live pricing demonstrations. They invite people to Zooms like this. Next thing you know, you're 8 people, tell a couple people each. Now you got 25 customers in your left leg and 25 customers in your right leg. You are now earning ballpark $1,500 to $2,500 per month in ongoing residual income. Well, those 25 people are all posting on social media. Oh my gosh, you can't believe the savings. It's incredible. I went on this trip. I got this room. I got a half price. I bought my Beyonce tickets. I saved $1,500. I got a truck. Saved $1,400. All the different things that are going on. Well, next thing you know, those 25 people tell a couple people each. You got a total of 63 customers in your left leg and 63 customers in your right leg, and you're now earning ballpark about $3,000 a month in ongoing residual income. Well, those 63 people all post on social media. They tell one person each. You got 125 customers in your left leg, 125 in your right leg. You are now earning ballpark $5,000 per month in ongoing residual income. And if you can get those 125 to tell a half a person each, okay, or get half of them to tell a whole person each, right? If we just get a few more customers in each leg, we get to 188 customers total in your left leg and 188 customers in your right leg. Your income is now $9,000 to $11,000 per month and ongoing residual income on average. Now, that's on average, because I'm going to show you the reality. So this is what a typical check looks like for an ambassador, okay? And this is the published slide from the company. And you can see down here that the average check is $10,440. Only that's not true, okay? So the $4,300, that's true. $2,500 leadership, that's true. $200 personal bonus, that's true. $500 lifestyle bonus, that's true. Ambassador pool, $1,200. Last month it was over $1,800. Ambassador bonus pool, $1,700. Last month it was $2,600. Okay, so the ambassadors have been closer to $12,000 per month than $10,000 per month. That's been for the last 90 days, 4 months. I'm not going to say that's always going to be the case, but the last few months the bonuses are way higher than what the company initially projected, and it's been absolutely incredible. So our ambassadors are making $10,000 to $12,000 per month when they're qualifying for all the different bonus pools as a ambassador. And to become an ambassador, we're talking about 188 customers in your left leg and 188 customers in your right leg. Guys, that is something that we've had people do in 4 months. We've had people do it in 5 months. We've had multiple people do it in 6 months. People have done it in 8 months, 9 months. Multiple have done it less than 12 months. Some it's taken 2 years, some 4 years, some will never do it. But the point is, guys, that if lots and lots of people have done it in 6 months to 12 months, it is clearly something doable. We're not breaking a 4-minute mile here. We're not trying to qualify for the Olympics. We're not asking you to bench 500 pounds, right? You're going to find out. I told a few people who told a few people, it grew to a total of 376 customers. And now you're making $10,000 to $12,000 per month in ongoing residual income. Money that comes in every single month, whether you work or not. And guys, that's the entire point. It's about learning how to create residual income, learning how to create income that comes in whether you work or not. Because you can meet people in life that have time, but they've got no money. And you can meet people that have money, but they got no time. And the holy grail is when you have both time and money. And time is more valuable than money. And so for most of you, when you get to the 10 to 12,000 per month, that's going to be a level at which you can quit your job. You can say, you know what, take this job and shove it. I don't have to work here anymore. I now have both the money and my time. Now, you can obviously go and increase your income with us. You can go do other things, but at least you're now beginning to live life on your terms. You're beginning to live life on the things you want to do, not the things you have to do. And that's going to be different for most of you, right? I mean, that alone would be incredible. Now, when you become an ambassador, in addition, you're also going to get the Louis Vuitton experience. The company's going to take you shopping at Louis Vuitton. And in addition, you're going to get 2 additional vacations every single year. So with our product, as we talked about earlier, you're getting a 4 and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months. You're getting 2 every 12 to 14 months. Well, now, in addition to those 2 trips, I've got 2 more trips because I'm an ambassador. And these trips include airfare credit, and they also get the trip completely for free. And so now I got 4 vacations a year. Well, for a lot of you, if you are married or have a significant other, you're probably going to put your spouse in the business. They're going to tell 3 people. So my spouse has 2. I have 2. Now that we're ambassadors, there's 2 more. Now you get 6 vacations every year. You're going on vacation every other month for virtually nothing, in addition to the 10 to 12,000 per month that you're making in residual income. Not to mention that your check should be going up, not down. Eventually you'll get to 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month, and so on. Not to mention you get to go shopping at Louis Vuitton on the company credit card. When you become a 3-star ambassador, then they start handing out the James Bond watch. So the watch you see there on the screen, it's the same watch that James Bond wears in the movies. So there's mine right there. Got the James Bond watch right there. So guys, they start handing out $9,000 watches. It's an absolutely incredible company. And further, when you become an ambassador, the company's going to give you a brand new position completely for free. Now, what it means is that I got my first position making 10 to 12 grand a month. And I can continue to build that position to 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month, 40 grand a month. But the company gave me a brand new position, which I can go do what I did all over again. And so I can go over here and put in a few people who put in a few people. I can drive this one to ambassador. Now I'm making 10, 20, 30 grand a month on my first position. And I'm making, $9,000 to $11,000 a month on my second position. Now I can go all the way up to $96,000 per month on my original position. And I can make as much as 40 grand a month on my second position. Now, when I get my second position to 10 to 12 grand a month, they give me another brand new position, which I can drive quickly to 10 to 12 grand a month all over again. Now I'm making 10 to 12 grand a month on my third position. My second position can go all the way to 96 grand a month. And my first position can go all the way to 96 grand a month. When I get my third position to 10 to 12 grand a month, they give me another brand new position completely free of charge. So guys, there's absolutely no limit to how much money you can make in the company. The comp plan is absolutely just incredible. The company's growing like crazy. And the only thing we're missing is you. And so with that, guys, I appreciate you being here tonight. Get back with whoever invited you to be here. Get your questions answered. But more importantly, get started with our company. I promise you're not going to regret it. Till then, God bless. Bye, everybody.